By the end of the day, I may or may not have enough passion left to actually work in that area. So, hi, my name is Nazan, and I've been teaching psychology for a number of years, and I've also done the full pass to over 3 years in part-time mode for a while now. But I decided to take a break and focus on my PhD, but partly because I was also quite severely burnt out from working in practice. So the number of things that was quite challenging, poses as quite a challenge for myself to even consider coming back to the internship would be the low pay, potential exploitation, potential unsupportive work environment, workload, excessive workload. That I'm sure that you've heard of all of these things if you've been looking into the internship pathway to becoming a psychologist in Australia. But it's ultimately quite shocking to know, and obviously I've experienced this myself, whereby you're working in the health profession, supporting people with their mental health in particular, but some of the clinicians that you work with have no regard for other clinicians' mental well-being. They make things really difficult, and there's this hierarchy that, especially when you're working with psychiatrists, that you feel undermined and you're not capable at doing the things that is part of your work role. I don't know if you know this, but doing the internship pathway right now, obviously you only have the 5+1 pathway. You have to now fund your own supervision sessions, which can cost between $150 to $250, depending on the supervisor that you're with. On top of maintaining that, having to also cover for your day-to-day expenses and other internship requirements. It's just not feasible in this current climate. And one of the things that really was the point for me to actually think about is, am I willing to go through all of that abuse, possible toxic environment again, just to complete my internship hours? And by the end of the day, I may or may not have enough passion left to actually work in that area. And I feel like that's a disservice to the community. It's a disservice for myself, because I know that this is something that I enjoy doing, I'm passionate in doing, and I would say that I'm quite competent in doing as well. But that was sort of the key consideration that I had when I was thinking of like, oh, should I come back? Because I know for sure that it takes just one more unhealthy workplace for my passion to wither away and fade and become non-existent, essentially. And that's not what I've spent 10 years of my life doing, working towards. That's not where I want to be. So if you're listening to this and you are doing the internship, or even you're considering of whether or not you wanted to do the MPP or the 2 years masters, I'd really recommend you to really look into all of these contexts that have been happening with people who are completing their internship in the community. It is doable. And I'm not saying that this is going to be the same experience for everyone, but it's not uncommon. And if you read through people's Facebook posts, I'm just one of many, unfortunately. And I hope that there's going to be some change in the future. And if you're doing this and you have a supportive workplace, you're driven, and your life circumstances allow it, go for it, complete it. We need more clinicians out there. But if you're at a spot like myself where pushing yourself one more time, risking your passion, it's really something that you need to think about. Well, I hope you've gained some good insights from my experience, and I hope that you have had a better experience in the internship. But these are the reasons why. And I will be posting more psychology-related content at some point, particularly around research pathways and academia and stuff like that. So if you're interested, feel free to click like and follow me for more.